Hi Taurus, this is Kay. You're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to your reading. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for coming by to watch the video. Let's find out from Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, what will be your past energy. Let's start off this reading. There we go. Past. Cake. Okay, 4. Foundation. Something that was once celebrated. It's a foundation for you, right? Right now, it's still. It's like an alcohol still, you know, not stillness. Let's see, number 9. That's an ending. Okay, and then near futures. 2. Hooking up with something. Ostrich trap. Ooh. Okay. The head in the sand, but the sand's in a barrel. Look at that. It says sand right there. The ostrich has his head in the sand, but the sand is in a barrel, so he's not actually sticking it in the ground. Never seen that before. That's a new concept. Okay, so cake for the past, near or far. You got celebration, ceremony, party, gathering with friends and family. Honor, remembering, recognizing, commemorated, graduation, anniversary, wedding, prom, birthday, award ceremony. So something was established, that you established something, you have achieved something, and it's been celebrated. And that's what your new foundation is. Like that's your platform right now that you are building your life on. Then we have still. Refinement, taste, culture, style, fine-tuning, concentrating, develops over time, purifying, filter, draw out, infusion, spirits, alcohol, perfume, reduction, and cultivation. So you're cultivating, you're fine-tuning what it is that you want to, because we all have goals, right? You're trying to fine-tune the foundation that you've built in the past through that you've celebrated with others, and it's become your persona, or it's become you. You know, you have become whatever it is that you have started to build your life on. You're building your life on that is, you know, a happy occurrence, a happy event, happy time, happy phase of life. And like it could be marriage, right? Could be marriage, could be graduated from school. Now you've got your degrees. Could have become a doctor. But now you're in if it was like Taurus, if you become like a doctor, if you've completed your degree and you have gotten your credentials and your licensing, you're going to, or you haven't finished, and you are now refining, distilling, you know, like going for a designation. If you're going to be a doctor, you know, you may be wanting to focus on a designation or a concentration if you wanted to be like a gynecologist or something like that, or a medical doctor or surgeon. Maybe a psychiatrist, whatever. There's a certain area that you want to bring a true narrow focus to, trying to refine what it is that you have already established here in the past. So it could be, if it was romantically, it could be a business, let's say a business that you started, of course a celebratory time, you started a business, and now you are dialing in the type of clientele or the products and services that you want to offer. To make it more exclusive, or is it? Yeah, be more exclusive with the types of clientele, like the socioeconomical status of your clientele. Like if for example, if you were a wine making establishment company and you want to focus mostly on dessert wines, or very, like your crops are more of the rare types of grapes. You know, I'm just talking through my hat because I really don't know, but it's just that you're going to be establishing, you're refining your company, your product and your service to suit a clientele that you want to attract, that matches the clientele you want to attract. Again, if you're a doctor, you want to be maybe focus on becoming a gynecologist or whatever type of doctor, a heart doctor, a research doctor for cancer and stuff like that. That you may still be in the throes of study, that you have decided to go back to school and get your doctorate. You've already been, you got your bachelor, you got your master's. Now you're going for your PhD, and that could be what's celebratory right here, is that you're celebrating getting accepted into, let's see, a veterinarian school, right? A certain veterinarian school where you're going to be able to study and practice your skills on working with animals. Or if you're going to be a gynecologist, something like that. So that could be what you're doing, Taurus. Something on that line is that you have established something that's happy, a happy thing. You've achieved or established something, and now you're refining it. You're narrowing down. You're trying to bring more focus in the area that you've built your career or your family or your romantic relationship from. So romantic relationship, let's see. Maybe you have, I don't know. Maybe you have gotten married or engaged, celebratory time. You set your foundation because you're going to be with this particular person. And you're going to be concentrating, it's going to develop over time, purify, draw out, infuse spirits, alcohol, perfume, reduction, cultivation, refinement, taste, culture, style. Well, it could be that you might have married into a particular culture, like Italians or something. You've married somebody who is an Italian, and you're going to be immersing yourself in their culture, because maybe you're going to be living, maybe you're an American and you're going to be living in Italy. Just that you're going to have to, or you are not a practicing, or you're not a Catholic, but your person is, and you've got to convert into Catholicism. Something like that too. Okay, so with your person, your romantic partner, maybe dialing it down to say, we're going to concentrate strictly on having family, like children, like right now. We got married, got engaged and got married, got that's done with. Everybody's happy. Now we're starting a family, like right now. We're concentrating our efforts to establish a family. We're not going to wait any longer. We're a couple, we're people that just want to have kids. We want to have a family. And then the near future, ostrich trap, we've got avoidance, closed-mindedness, refusing to face reality, evading, feeling threatened, fake out, inhibit, fear-based thinking, steering clear, run for cover, just a conspiracy theory. Holy moly. And that has to do with two, right? So it's like being hooked up with somebody. I mean, I'm thinking, I guess I should say, because I'm thinking it, is that whoever you are, whatever you're doing to draw your focus to a particular thing, place of study, a product or service, clientele, having children right away, if you're in a romantic relationship, your education, you're deciding now you have gotten your master's degree, and now you want to make sure that whatever you're studying right now for your doctorate, that it's in a particular field, the area of medicine. Whatever it is, it's going to be something that you're going to find out is not really for you. Is not really for you. That you're going to end up wanting to back out of it, avoid it. Or that you are seeing the red flags but ignoring them and refusing to face the reality of the situation. Or somebody's feeling like that about you. Or you're dealing with somebody like that. Closed-mindedness. What have I got going on here? Okay. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, please give us energy for the past here with cake. It was happy times in the past. Built a solid foundation on happiness, celebration. We got 7, the snake. Oh, no. No. Okay, let's go with present day. Birds on a wire. Communication. Ostrich, let's go for near future. Books. 28, abundance. Books, learning, education. Learning, it's like facing the reality, learning something that it's making you feel like fearful, that you need to redirect. Run for cover, it says here. It says steer clearing. Refusing to face reality, closed-mindedness, avoidance. Oh boy. With the snake, with the cake. Maybe partnered up with somebody that you didn't really know well enough, or they didn't show their true colors until after the knot was tied. Or somebody, okay, there could be like a career fairs. There are employers at career fairs that are trying to draw newly graduated students into their business, their service, their product that they provide. Like police officer, right? And that's just an example. It's not going to really fit possibly, but there's like the New York Police Department's got themselves a kiosk set up at the most recent university job fair thing, whatever. And so when the graduates come in, well, they're graduates, but they haven't quite graduated yet, but they are soon. They're walking through everything, looking at all the different tables, talking to different employers, people who represent the employer, the company. And so then you go by the police kiosk and they start talking to you about becoming a police officer, needing to go through boot camp and all this training, and that you go get this and this kind of benefits and the pay is kind of like this. Then they give you all the information. So it could be that you have like headhunters that come to you wanting to entice you, to come into their company. Especially when it comes to sales, right? Sales. that there will be people that are trying to, online even is a big thing, right? Basically on the internet. Oh, we got this great product, and if you come into the, you'll have this support, and you'll have these people under you, and it's like a tier thing, and you sell this many dollars, and it's an auto ship, and it's blah 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 blah, and then you're going to be a millionaire in like probably a year. You'll be making hand over fist of money, because you'll have all these people that are going to be making money, and it trickles up to you, and yeah. So that kind of thing. It could be that somebody Taurus, has convinced you in the past, near or far, convinced you in the past, and they got you hooked. They got you hooked, and you thought, this is great. I am starting off in this. So let's just say, you're going to be, just make it simple, something like you're going to be a vacuum salesman. I'm just making it simple because, I could just be, I can confuse myself to heck. So, vacuum salesman. You're going to become, this person says, oh, you graduate, you got your master's degree in suction power? I don't know. Or your bachelor or something in biology or physical science or physics or something. You're a perfect graduate, or you're a perfect graduate for becoming a vacuum salesman. And even if you weren't, even if you're like, you got your bachelor degree in arts, they'd still tell you, because they're the snake energy, they still tell you that you are perfect for to become a vacuum salesman, door to door. And we're going to give you this region, and that'll be yours and yours alone, and every time you sell a vacuum, you'll get $500 commission. So you think to yourself, okay, well, I've got this region and all these people that, a lot of them are going to need a vacuum or a brand new one. So I can start making hand over fist of money if I can get people to buy my vacuum cleaner, the vacuum cleaner. Oh, and this is the best vacuum cleaner, and people are going to be, they're going to be following you to get the vacuum cleaner, because it's like they can't live without it. It's just the best on the market, and it'll last them a lifetime, and this, that, and the other thing. Okay, so you have been possibly coerced, but it didn't look like it, into believing in something that you have completed some kind of training or education or some kind of like on-the-job training, whatever it is. You've been able to celebrate something, celebrate having been inoculated. I don't know, but you are now a vacuum salesman. And vacuum salesmen, they are seen as being like highly reputable and respectable. I'm just saying, this in this world that I'm in, right, like in my fantasy world here with this example, vacuum salesmen are like, they are the echelon, they're the elite salesmen. Everybody wants to be a vacuum salesman. And so you are an established vacuum salesman. You have your name tag, you have your license, you have your registration with the state or the province to be able to be a salesman and submit sales tax or whatever. You just opened up an account, you got everything you need. Now you're in this at this point in time where you have been receiving information that it's best for you to focus solely on one particular area of the vacuum market. The vacuum market. And in my example, it's like you're probably just with one vacuum. Because I don't know how to come up with a better example, but let's just say you're a vacuum salesman for a vacuum company that sells a few different brands, but they are the manufacturer of those brands. So I don't know, it could be TriStar, Miracle Mate, TriStar, and and company. I don't know, guys. So you're going to receive some information that's going to say you'll do better, you'll do better, even better, if you just focus on one of our brands. So now you're the tri-star salesman, saleswoman, whatever. You're the tri-star salesman. And you're proud of it, you know. And whatever it is that you are, you could be in a pill manufacturing company where you are, you go to all the different pharmacies or doctors and stuff, that you educate them about the pills that your company makes, that you can provide at a discount price if they buy from you, whatever, so many numbers of it that they already know. Like if they buy heart pills, heart medicine, right? They already know that the drug it's used, and it's good drug, it's good enough, and it's something that they would definitely consider buying. So you're going around setting up new accounts with new hospitals, possibly new pharmacies, new doctors, I don't know, and they're going to buy from you and you alone, because you can give them deep discounts, that kind of thing. But your company's telling you that you should just focus on selling the heart medicine, forget about diabetes medicine, kidney medicine, whatever. We just want you to focus strictly on this particular medicine. Same idea. So, you're a pharmaceutical type of salesperson, and you feel good doing that because you're selling a product that helps people, that probably is helping people. Something comes down on the line later on, and you learn with the book. You learn the things are not quite as abundant as you've learned an abundant amount of information that has got you feeling highly skeptical now about your company or about the product or service, about the person in the relationship you're in the relationship with. It's just something is off, it's wrong, and now you're feeling like you need to back up quickly, Holy moly. Let's find out, Taurus. The devil. Oh my goodness. Yep. Dancing with the devil. Let's see. Toxic. Something's toxic. Ooh. Maybe the wine is toxic. If you are working with a wine growing company, and they had a bunch of a crop get frozen, but they're still going to process them and sell them. Wheel of Fortune. Oh my God. Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, it's kind of that idea, is that you are going to be doing so well financially, socioeconomically. You'll be having a nice house on the hill, the car, and all this sort of stuff. You'll be a manager over all these people, in this whole country or area or market or whatever. You are going to be, they're telling you're going to be on top of the world. You're going to be on the top of the world with the Wheel of Fortune. But it's toxic. We've got the devil energy here. It's just a matter of time. It shows itself now because it's the present day energy. And now you're feeling like you got to get away, you got to get out of here. Now, that's not now, but in the very near future, you're going to wake up and realize, if you haven't already, you're going to start realizing you're going to be seeing more red flags pop up than ever before. Started with this, the snake. Wow. I'm sorry, guys. I hate this for you. Okay, Taurus, we have got the Three of Cups. I think Tides is Cups. Three of Cups, celebrating. All the dolphins are swimming and jumping and having a good time with each other. Three of Cups, it's social stuff. So you have been doing a lot of socializing with this company, with these people, with this group, whatever it is, socializing with your person's friends. You know, getting to know them and feeling good about them and all this sort of stuff. The Knight of Branches is the Knight of Wands, but somebody's been playing. Something's been playing you. Someone's been playing you. That snake. Someone's been playing you guys. And you didn't realize it back then, but you're starting to get a sniff of it now. Let's move these up. I might just do that in the first place. Okay, move these up. Oh my goodness. And then the Ten of Tides, Ten of Cups, because they're coming across as though this is, you know, if you just focus on this one area or this one product or this one service, or you just focus on let's having kids, or we just dig in and we focus on just working. I'll work, you work, and we'll be millionaires without kids. You know, you're married, but you're focusing on each other's careers, or your own career, right? You're not focusing on theirs and they're not focusing on you. You're focusing on your careers, let's say, instead of family. But it's like it's about making the money and getting yourself, you know how they say, I'm not ready to have kids. When are we ever ready to have kids? You know, really, right? So y'all may be saying, we're not ready to have kids. I'm not ready to have kids. I'd like to work more. You know, my career is important to me, and I'd like to have X number of dollars in the bank account before I start bringing children into this world. So that might be like the motivation to be focusing on your career so much. This distilling here. And then we have the Queen of Tides, which is the Queen of Cups. Okay, the Queen of Cups is someone who intuiting something's going on, something's wrong, but you're feeling like, you know, you're still in that energy of feeling like everything is, you know, perfect. You know, things are, they're probably okay. Everything's probably okay. You're not really questioning it too much at all, because you're still kind of being loved up here with the idea that this person's selling you that everything's a happily ever after for you. Okay, but it's toxic with the devil, but it's all about great fortune. It's like, you know, somebody telling you that you're going to be famous, or you're going to be rich, or you're going to be able to buy yourself a grand house, or your most favorite car, whatever. Just be able to go on, you be able to quit work and travel the world, you know, that kind of thing. So someone was selling you something, and I don't necessarily mean literally selling you, but could be, but just trying to convince you otherwise of what other, and that you're still feeling like everything is copacetic. The communication still is in the realm of everything's moving forward, everything's good kind of thing. But you've got your antennas up with the Queen of Cups. You are intuiting that there's something not quite right. Something's not quite right. And you're getting a feeling of that, but it's just like, it's the red flag, but you can't really make sense of it. So it's like, let's just put it under the carpet for now, kind of thing, and I'll revisit it if I have to. So let's see, because this one goes with that. So you're feeling, you're still at this point in time still feeling as though that everything is a go, everything's good, you know, but there's some niggling feeling in you. Okay, the Knight of Spires is the Knight of Swords, I do believe. Yes, the Knight of Swords. So, the Ostrich Trap and the Knight of Swords cards together. I want to pull this one out. Oh, we got the King of Tides, so the King of Cups. Okay. I mean, so we got the Queen and King of Cups here. So to me, it tells me that you've learned something, or you are you're finding out some truth some kind of information has come out to you. You know, that you're learning about something about this King of Cups person. Could be your romantic partner, yes, but it could also be just a partner or somebody you're in a project with, or you know, you are like I said, this person here could be a headhunter, you know, telling you all sorts of things that's going to make you feel like they really love you, they really want you, you're the right one, you're the, you know, the best candidate that they've come across. That you are going to love your job is the King of Cups, right? You're gonna love what you're going to be doing. You're gonna love how we're going to set you up, this sort of stuff, and now you're starting to feel this is the near future. Now you've learned something. See the books, the bird, communication with the Knight of Swords, fast incoming information that's coming in on the wire, possibly. Could be through the email, internet, whatever. But it's coming in fast. And the Knight of Swords is the fastest knight. And it's coming in to the point where the divine is saying you need to learn something. You need to have your eyes wide open. Something's going on that's not good for you. And it's like a rude awakening, in a sense, that you're gonna find out that something's not quite right, not as it should be. And it has to do with this person who's been in the Knight of Wands energy, but has been loving you up, like either romantically or, you know, just schmoozing you into, you know, that you kind of schmooze somebody, you mold them, you sculpt them into someone who they want, you know, that they're going to mold with their own hands, that they're going to make you the person they want you to be, even if it's nefarious business. Even if it's nefarious, they want to keep you the wool over your eyes. But then there's the Six of Swords. No, the Six of what is this? The Six of Stones is the Six of Pentacles. There's going to be some balancing going on with the Ace of Swords, truth coming out, and finding out that somebody's been playing you for a fool, and then there's the end of that. With you know, there's the Three of Pentacles and walking away, maybe possibly as a wounded warrior, but there will be a solution. Six of Cups. Well, let's just say you may be walking away as a wounded warrior. Okay, you may. Nine of Wands here. You may be walking away as a wounded warrior. However, you're walking away. You're walking away from the Three of Pentacles, the collaboration you have with this person, and whatever it is that you're involved in with this person. Even if it's that marriage, where you're married to somebody, you come to an agreement that let's just focus on our careers for now, and then, you know, just having a family on the little bit of a back burner. And while you're busy doing your career and living, working and living faithfully in your marriage, your person may not be, is not. Because their job takes them away from the home for periods of time, whatever. But the reason why they want to, it could be because they're stashing money away, that they're not reporting that they're making as much money as they are to you, you know, for your family life with them, or they got somebody else, or they want to have somebody else, or they have several somebody else in every port, kind of thing, that for them to be able to continue having these clandestine fun affairs, like the Knight of Wands here, fun affairs, they got to stay working. If they're not going to focus on their career, they may not work away from home, they might work closer to home, and that's not going to work for them for clandestine relationships. Or they're going to work less hours, so they'll be home more. because they want to start having a family, that kind of thing. So yeah, there's something nefarious about that. But in any case, we got the Six of Pentacles, Six of Stones, Six of Pentacles that says fairness, balance is coming in. What you are giving, you're going to receive. So whatever you're putting into this, even if it's embellished more by the snake person, right? The King of Cups, embellished to be more than it is, you're still going to come away with what is rightfully for you, because you're doing this with innocent eyes. You know, you're putting your faith in the snake, the King of Cups. And the truth is going to come out, and you're going to have some epiphanies. You're going to realize that something is not as it seems. There's going to be a new beginning for you, where you're going to be able to start pulling your head out of the sand, right? And looking around and saying, okay, I've learned this. I see these red flags, and now I got to do something about this. I've got to put some distance between me and this right now. Me and this person, me and this whatever you're doing right now. I've got to walk a new path that is going to be transparent. So my new path is to not have people in my life that are going to try and deceive me, right? My new path will be people that are going to be upright and honest and transparent in their operations, in their relations, that kind of thing. Because that's going to be your new beginning, but it is like, you know, you've been basically played a fool with this guy here, this guy, and in this energy. Been played a fool, if that's your husband or just somebody that you're kind of in business or doing something with, right? Because the end is near. This is the near future, and this is the future just past the near future, so a little bit further out. But the end is near, death and transformation, where you are going to be ending this collaboration that you have with this King of Cups, if you're in a marriage with them, or in whatever other transactions you are with them. You're ending it. That's the Three of Stones, which is Three of Pentacles, and you're walking away from the emotional investment. This was, you know, happy, emotional, happy times, celebratory times here, that you thought you were in a really good place. Oh boy, I'm so sorry for you guys. I really am. I hate that I had to bring this information to you, but Archangel Michael obviously felt as though, or I don't know if he feels love, I imagine, because he is love, but felt as though you needed to know, to kind of get yourself started on that path of waking up to what's really going on with this guy here. Okay, so I hope that this was helpful to you in some ways, and best of luck with this. Please let me know if you are actually experiencing something somewhat similar to this. Okay, take care of yourself. Bye for now.